Hi, I'm Susan of Inner Wisdom Healing Arts. I'm an energy medicine practitioner. I'm a graduate of the Brennan School of Healing, and quantum healing hypnosis therapy are the main modalities that I use. And I use these modalities to help you access your own inner wisdom, your guidance, and your healing. Today I'm talking about Hara alignment. And this came up not that long ago in a quantum healing hypnosis therapy session. It's something that I learned at the Brennan School of Healing. And it reminded me how important this alignment is. And I think of it as aligning with the truth of who we are. That really is what it is. In the quantum healing hypnosis therapy session, or QHHT, which is a lot quicker to say. In this last session that I had, where it came up, a client had a session that she rejoined her soul group and talked about the importance. And you can find that video. I did share that session, or the important part of that session, her third lifetime, and went into her transition period where it talked about the Hara alignment and its importance with the soul group. So you may want to visit that. That video is previous to this one if you want. It was really an interesting session. So, but I wanted to follow up with how to align your Hara and touch on what it is. So Hara alignment is in a different dimension from the chakras. When your Hara is aligned, your chakras come into alignment. So it is often thought of as a line of intention. It connects you to your soul group, your wisdom, and your purpose for being here. It really does align you with the truth of who you are. So your soul's longing is in your chest. If you think of a golden ball of light in the center of your chest, and you'll also find Hara alignment if you had any martial arts training. They use some different terminology, but it's the same thing. There's a golden ball of light in the center of your chest. This is your soul's longing. So I like to put a hand on the chest and imagine it. So you may imagine it in your mind's eye. You may feel it's there, but relax into it. Maybe you don't feel anything at all, and that's okay. Just know that it's there. You want both feet on the ground. I like to have the knees a little bit bent. You definitely want to make sure you're not locking your knees back. So bend them a little bit and relax. You want your spine to come into alignment. So you may find you need to tilt your pelvis forward a little bit. Everybody has different energetic tendencies. So just kind of check on yours. It can even be really helpful to stand in front of a mirror, to turn sideways, to kind of check your alignment. You know, sometimes we avoid certain energies. If you're avoiding the second chakra energy, you may tilt the pelvis back. So you want to bring the pelvis in, almost like you're going to sit down. Okay. Relax the shoulders down and back. Make sure your breathing is relaxed. So we have that golden ball of light in the center of the chest, and I want you to imagine, you're going to take your other hand. I like to Keep a hand there, and I'm going to trace that golden line. It's going up through the center of the body. We're going up through the neck, through the head, and out through the top of the head, taking the fingers up and imagining that line continuing up, connecting to your soul group and divine wisdom. And your job is to be mindful, bring conscious awareness to what's here now. How does that feel? And again, a little mirror work can be helpful because sometimes we're unaware of our tendencies to avoid certain energies. You may be leaning back. Where is your chin? If you're looking down, you want to bring your chin up and level. Okay, so you're strengthening that connection. And we're going to follow it down. And it continues down. And I like to switch hands. I take down, and it doesn't really matter. But whatever you do, you want to stay connected. I mean, really, you can do it with no hands. But we're just reinforcing. This golden line goes down through the center of the body. Okay, down below the belly button. There's another golden ball of light. Below the navel. And as you're tracing your Hara alignment, you may find that you're aware of certain areas where it feels out of alignment. It might feel broken, tangled. So your intention is to clear and strengthen and heal. Now you're going to take that hand and point it down and imagine it going down into the core of the earth. And at this point, I like to take the other hand and point it up. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale. You're aligning with the truth of who you are. And we're going to hold that for a few minutes. Just breathing and be aware. This is very centering. People who consider themselves empaths may find this very helpful in reconnecting to themselves. Empaths have a tendency to lose themselves in others. So it helps you to draw your attention back and recenter to the truth of who you are. Feel yourself grounding, connecting, and allow the truth of who you are to flow and align. And this can take practice. In fact, I recommend that you practice it every day, even several times a day. You don't necessarily have to do this for a long period of time. I actually find doing it more often for shorter periods. Maybe it's 30 seconds, maybe it's a minute or two. Several times a day is very beneficial. You know, you've been someplace very crowded or busy. You start to feel flustered. Just taking a break. This is a wonderful way to recenter yourself. If you like, you can continue to hold this. I'm going to continue to hold it as I tell you a little bit more. Now, in this session with the client where the importance of Hara came up, the information that came through was that this is what most people are missing. So oftentimes people feel lost. They're not sure why they're even here. They don't feel like they belong, or they're not sure what their purpose is. If we align our Hara, we connect with our soul group and our soul's purpose. Now, part of this importance is it speeds up our human evolution. It speeds up our soul's evolution, because not only are we being reminded by our soul group and receiving that support from our soul group, we're also educating our soul group. We can help to educate them while we're on earth with this alignment. Otherwise, it takes us transitioning, and then the time that it takes for all the information, all our experiences, to educate our soul group. So we can be educating them while we're here. This is how it speeds up your soul's evolution. Very important. So yes, the message of that session was, let's get this now. Let's align now. And it's up to us. On earth we have free will. So if we don't reach out, they can only do so much. They're looking for that opening. They're always there, loving us unconditionally. And they're waiting. They're always waiting and hoping that we will align. So that's our job. Our ultimate purpose as spiritual beings is to have this human experience, have this physical experience, and keep our spiritual connection. So through our human experience, so often we're in defense because we have all these emotions that we're wrestling with, all these challenges that we're facing. And so we tend to lose our alignment because of our defense mechanisms. So we just keep coming back into alignment. Notice how that feels. Now, as we learned this at the Barbara Brennan School of Healing, we also learned Hara healings. So if you find that you are having a difficult time and suspect that you need some help, I can do Hara healings in person or long distance. And it can also be helpful to have the quantum healing hypnosis sessions also to help with those healings. But yeah, either way, there's multiple ways that we can work with your healing process. So why are you here? What is your purpose? Let's take a deep breath in. Exhale, relax the arms, roll the shoulders back, Good. So feel free to leave me some comments about your experience with that, if you're having trouble with it. Again, some of the best ways to get in touch with me if you're interested in receiving a healing or support is either call or text me. I respond quicker to that than email. But by all means, you can also email me at susan@innerwisdomhealingarts.org. You can find more information on my website, which is www.innerwisdomhealingarts.org. I also have a Facebook page. And I will be back doing other videos talking about Hara also, and going into more information, leading some other meditations. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you soon.